AJ Styles just attacked the Smackdown General Manager! Ibushi is going to King of the Ring! Lynch hasn't seen it coming! Just the same as Nikki Cross, steel chair! Things haven't died down for a second between these two women. He never wanted Okada to lose. He didn't want him to retire, because Nakamura wants to make Okada's life a misery. He'll see him then, amigo. Kofi Kingston, Finn Balor, one more time. Who walks out with the Intercontinental title? We are about to find out. Balor has him! Bloody Sunday! A heartbreaking defeat. One move short. Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Smackdown Live. It is a very interesting episode of Smackdown Live because we are here with no general manager in sight. The Smackdown general manager Christian James is not currently on this show as a result of what happened last week. I will talk about that right away. I'm not going to waste any time in getting into the business. We do have a great match coming up for you. We do have a great match card coming up for you here tonight, but I need to get things off my chest. I need to start talking about the condition of the Smackdown general manager and also some little pieces of, I guess, just in things that need to be explained. So let me address something quickly, is that the SmackDown general manager Christian James, as you saw last week, viciously assaulted by AJ Styles. He is not going to be here until at the very least after King of the Ring, but will be coming back to SmackDown Live to deal with the actions of AJ Styles immediately upon his return. No doubt about it, no questioning it. Christian James is not out. He is going to come back. Also, I would also like to address something that we discussed at Extreme Rules and last week. Tama Tonga will be out of action for the next few weeks, as it has been revealed that he has suffered a neck injury and he will be out for the near future with that injury. That is what I need to talk about quickly here this evening. I would talk about the rest of the matches for this evening. We have a great card for you lined up, no doubt about it. The SmackDown General Manager, I worked alongside him to make sure that this card would be up. Him being an injured guy, it's not fair to make him. It's not fair on him, so I helped him out with this one. Got a good card for you coming up this evening. Big main event. We're going to start things off, though, by hearing from one half of the new WWE Tag Team Champions, Dolph Ziggler. Well, here he comes. One half of the new WWE Tag Team Champions, and a man making his way down to the ring by himself as well. That is Dolph Ziggler, but you got to imagine it is a thrilling experience for the now four-time Tag Team Champion, I believe Ziggler is. I think that is the stat that he has right now. That would be the biggest. That'd be up there with the Bullet Club and. Actually, no, it might be 3. I'd have to double check. It's definitely either 2 or 3. It's either 3 or 4. Sorry. If it's 4, then he ties with the Bullet Club. That's a pretty big one, given that it's Ziggler as well. It's a bit of old lore for you there, but Ziggler making his way out here tonight. And he wants to say that he is not here with his tag team partner Cody Rhodes. Cody's at home with his wife Brandy. They are celebrating the big win at Extreme Rules. But while Ziggler is here, he wants to pass on the thanks that Cody Rhodes gives to everyone, because they gave them the chance to be the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. You voted, and you picked the duo that dethroned the Gorillas of Destiny. And that is exactly what Ziggler's saying. They got a shot to the titles and they could call themselves the People's Tag Team Champions. They'll fight anyone, anywhere, anytime, because everyone is a fighter and they belong to the people who, just like them, are fighters. And they are going to start their fight with the Dangerous Alliance. Of course, just utter the name. Mumble the words, Dangerous Alliance, Bobby Fish, Paul Heyman, and he is going to be out here in an immediate... Oh, and look who he's brought with him. Look who he's brought with him. Paul Heyman heading towards the ring with Bobby Fish. That is just what we wanted to see here this evening. That is just the man we wanted to see. The Dangerous Alliance got a new member tacked onto it at Extreme Rules, of course. The Bruiserweight Pete Dunne being added to the fray. Didn't see him on SmackDown Live last week. We did see Fish and Sheamus becoming the number 1 contenders to the WWE Tag Team titles. Meanwhile, Paul Heyman, as it seems something that he's going to say to Dolph Ziggler right here and right now. Of course, starting off with the usual drab of, ladies and gentlemen, it was Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman is saying that the danger that Ziggler and Rhodes want to call themselves fighting champions. If they want to be the people's champions, well, why don't they silence themselves about that and fight Dolph Ziggler tonight? Even if Cody Rhodes isn't here, he's sure that Ziggler and Fish can have a battle with one another. Ziggler says that they'll be fighting champions as a team, they'll be fighting champions as their own, so it doesn't matter. Ziggler and Fish have got a fight here tonight. It'll be the show-off versus the so-called greatest of all time, right here, right now. And if he has any balls, he'll leave everyone backstage. Paul Heyman being the first to say that Bobby Fish doesn't need any help to beat him, but the Dangerous Alliance is a family. Sheamus is his partner, so they'll do as they like. Maybe he will come to the ring by himself. Maybe Heyman will accompany his client. Maybe Sheamus will be there. Maybe it'll be Pete Dunne who comes down with him. Ziggler's just going to have to wait and find out. Well, how about that? Ziggler and Fish later on this evening. Heyman speaking on behalf of him, but Dolph Ziggler standing his own ground at whatever disadvantage he is. We are on for later on this evening. Fish and Ziggler coming up later tonight. And once again, SmackDown Live kicked things off with a pretty busy start. When does it not, it seems, around here? It's like everything just wants to kickstart at 100 miles an hour. And I imagine now there's probably even more room for chaos around here now that SmackDown General Manager is out of commission for at the very least a week. I mean, it's been a week since the attack, but still, could be another week, maybe another 2 without him. But nevertheless, we are ready to go here this evening. Plenty happened last week on SmackDown Live, and plenty more to happen again this week. Bayley is heading towards the ring to start things off with women's action, and a non-title contest against the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Ruby Riott. We saw at Extreme Rules Becky Lynch essentially hand the title to Ruby Riott via the assault on Nikki Cross. Steel chair in the back, DDT on the chair, completely legal in that no disqualification match. And as a result of it, we have a new SmackDown Women's Champion, and for the very first time, it is Ruby Riott. Nikki Cross and Becky Lynch far from over with their blood feud, it would seem. If anything, Extreme Rules only added to it. But now, the Riott Squad, as a result of it, had something added to their forte as well. And the trio now gets the greatest present they could ask for in their division, and it is around the waist of Ruby Riott. Excellent nameplate work there. Ruby Riott heading towards the ring. The new SmackDown Women's Champion, Morgan and Logan in accompaniment. They weren't there at Extreme Rules. They were banned from ringside, but that didn't stop Becky Lynch from having a helping hand. I saw speculation that it was that Lynch was going to be a member of the Riott Squad. Absolutely not. Lynch is the originals. Lynch is a member of the originals, and she stays there through and through. If anything, it was just settling a rivalry, or adding to it rather, reigniting it with Nikki Cross. The reason why Becky Lynch isn't the SmackDown Women's Champion right now. Flying forearm in the face early on by Ruby Riott as she looks to send a statement message in her first bout here as the SmackDown Women's Champion. Bayley, 3-on-1 disadvantage, as many have seen in the past, as many have had to endure in the past. Going to try and push her way past that still and look to overcome the odds, look to get a big win over the new SmackDown Women's Champion. In the turnbuckle we go there. Oh, good counter from Bayley, sidestepping. Ruby Riott landing on her feet though. Neckbreaker from Bayley, and Ruby Riott goes down. How many champions have got in action here tonight? 2. Dolph Ziggler and Ruby Riott, of course. Finn Balor and Kofi Kingston had an excellent match last week. Gut-wrenching defeat for Kofi, no doubt about it, but another King of the Ring qualifier coming our way here this evening. Big main event as well. Kevin Owens versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Tag team action as well. Another great night of SmackDown action on its way, that's for sure. Oh, look at this. Oh, face first into the turnbuckle goes Bayley. I thought she had counted her way out of that one there. That wasn't the case. God, she could have broken her nose with the impact there. Definitely could have bloodied it up at the very least. That was a rough impact for Bayley to endure. But, I mean, we got no originals here tonight. I believe we don't. There's no There are no originals. No Balor, no Styles, no Gorillas of Destiny. Definitely no Tama Tonga, as he's going to be out for a little bit with a neck injury. And to the best of my knowledge, if no Nikki Cross, then no Becky Lynch. Oh, went for the double knees in the turnbuckle there, did Bayley. Cross counters, sends her into the turnbuckle. And again, Ruby Riott sends her face first into the turnbuckle. God, it's such a rough move there for Bayley to endure. Ruby feeling confident here, going into the cover over Bayley, and the leader of the Hugger section continuing her fight on in this contest right now. Needs to get something going to stand up here and to really mount a challenge against the SmackDown Women's Champion. No good driver by Bayley. Goes into the cover here, trying to put her away. Morgan and Logan watching on at ringside. Never count them out. They can always be a big difference maker in these kind of matches. They will always look to try and get involved to the best of their abilities. Big forearms there. Countered by Ruby Riott. Suplex there. Snap suplex. Got a high-angled suplex as well for Bayley, as you saw it coming down on the top of her back, as opposed to pretty much all of it. Bayley rolls through there. Good snap mid. Elbow on the top of the head. And she's turning things around a little bit here now. Bayley getting fired up maybe. Sarah Logan walking into a position there where she might be able to catch the eye of Bayley. Ruby Riott running at her. Bayley catches her in her place. Head scissors there, and Riott goes down. Good work from Bayley in that moment. And she has started to mount a comeback here. Ruby Riott out stopping it with that forearm in the face. Kick in the gut. Not going to happen. Bayley with the finger point. Oh, double axe handle as well. Bayley going up high. Still a chance for Bayley in this one. Went for a senton splash. What height she had on it. But didn't pan out the way she wanted it to. Ruby Riott takes the leg out from underneath there. Oh, just spiked her with the Hurricanrana. Riott now up high. Bayley down on the mat. Senton splash of Riott's is countered. Bayley with a big counter. And Bayley with a crucifix. Trying to secure a huge win over the champion. Wow, what an early kick out. Wait a minute. Bayley. Bayley to Bayley. Could this... Oh, look there. The referee falling higher of the usual Riott squad tactics. The belly to belly should have ended things, but Sarah Logan with a distraction, and Bayley has not put away Ruby Riott just yet. That should have been enough, but it wasn't. Bayley turning around Riott, back, suplex planting Ruby Riott into the mat. She's in trouble. She is in big trouble right now. And Bayley taking full advantage. In the turnbuckle we go. Tornado DDT out of the turnbuckle. Sarah Logan or Liv Morgan, one of them needs to try and catch the attention of Bayley right now, because otherwise Ruby Riott might be gearing up for a big first loss as champ. Riott moves out of the way though. Kick in the gut. Flip power bomb from Riott. Cover on Bayley. Kick out at one. The Hugger standing in there and right up to her feet as well. Look at Bayley trying to fight back. Lands on her feet from that attempted back suplex, but oh, that kick in the leg again. And spiking her into the mat. Sarah Logan, oh so happy for what the leader of the Riott Squad's doing, for what the champion just pulled off. And Ruby Riott, now what's she going to do? Bayley counters her. Irish whips into the turnbuckle. Oh no! For the third time in this bout. The face of Bayley goes into that turnbuckle. Riott picks her up to her feet. She's not going to do it again. Surely not again. Bayley in. Good counter there. Still trying to fight on. Ruby though stopping her. Heavy kick in the gut. Forearm as her stumbling up against the turnbuckle. What's Ruby Riott going to do now? Wait a minute, using the ropes there to hit a much faster and much more vicious suplex. Bayley had a full head of steam just a moment ago, and it's been derailed away from her, courtesy of Ruby Riott. And courtesy of the intervention of Sarah Logan on the outside. Shoulder tackle from Riott, lining herself up. Super kick to Bayley. All work on the jawline here. The Riott Squad working mischievous ways. And a trio of super kicks will lead into the almighty pounce to end it. The Riott kick. If not for the intervention of Sarah Logan, this could have been over a long time ago. The Riott squad once again, too much for one person to handle. And as Liv Morgan stands alongside Sarah Logan, Ruby Riott picks up the victory in the ring. Your winner, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Ruby Riott, has done it. Her first victory as SmackDown Women's Champion in the books. And she does indeed have a Riott squad to thank. That about wraps that up there. We don't know what the future of Ruby Riott holds with the SmackDown Women's title, but we do know she is the champion and she has one big target on her back. Time to move on here, though, on this episode of SmackDown Live. Big contest coming up next. King of the Ring qualifier. Matt Riddle, one-on-one against Pete Dunne. Talk about a chance for revenge for Matt Riddle. Think about Extreme Rules. After that crushing defeat once again to the Dangerous Alliance, that bro kick that hit him, Matt Riddle thought the things had ended right there, but oh no, that was just the start, as out came Pete Dunne. Out he came, and with a bitter end, laid Riddle into the mat to prove that he was a member of the Dangerous Alliance. Riddle did not take too kindly to that, and things have picked up from there. Now here tonight, Riddle has a chance for revenge for what he did, accompanied by Shawn Michaels to the ring this evening. The first time these two are standing alongside one another. Riddle going to be taking on Pete Dunne here. We know what happened last week. The man who stood alongside Riddle at King of the Ring in Kota Ibushi qualified in a fantastic match against Baron Corbin. Now Riddle looks to add to the King of the Ring and leave us with 7 out of 8 participants for that event coming up this Sunday. We know it's going to be Kota Ibushi, Mustafa Ali, Aleister Black, Chad Gable, Christian, and Punishment Martinez. The question is, of course, who will be added? Who will be number 7 on that one? Well, we are about to find out, because one of these two men is going to be able to pull that one off for the first time to prove his alliance to the Dangerous Alliance. The Snake Paul Heyman is coming to ringside with the Bruiserweight. A former NXT Global Champion, Pete Dunne, the longest reigning Global Champion since the title was introduced nearly 2 years ago now. Dunne made that title his throughout 2018. He was the story of the title for 2018, pretty much, from the first takeover in January until the most recent takeover. Pete Dunne always had his involvement with the NXT Global title. Now on the big leagues of SmackDown Live, now alongside the longest reigning WWE champion this universe has ever seen in Paul Heyman, in Bobby Fish, and the Snake in Paul Heyman. I hate to say it, but Dunne is in good camp. He's got a lot of good talents around him. But here we go. Second time these two guys have squared up with one another. Of course, the first time was the distraction from Sheamus, was it? I believe it was Sheamus that led to the loss for Matt Riddle on that evening, and now they square off again here. These two guys had a lot of a grudge down in NXT as well over the global title. Dunne always walking out with the belt. Riddle never able to take it away from him. A lot of collar elbow tie-ups right now, backing one another up to the ropes here. And Riddle snaps first. The aggression from everything over these last few weeks and months, and the aggression from Extreme Rules shining through as well. But that is exactly what the Bruiserweight wanted out of him. Some hits. And Dunne hitting back hard with a lot of forearms there. Duck under. Went for a clothesline counter. Riddle brings him in. Small package driver there on Pete Dunne, as he continues to unload away with strike shin. No, Dunne stops him in his tracks. Kicking the gut now. And the Bruiserweight looking to hit a suplex of his own, maybe. Oh, into the armbar. Into the armbar. Talking on it. Wait a minute. What's Dunne doing here? No, wait. He brings it over. Oh, this isn't good. Look at how he's pulling back on that hand. Oh, just so much torque on that. So much aggression. Such a quick motion. Could have snapped the arms, could have snapped the hand, could have snapped some fingers, could have snapped the wrist. A brutal move from Pete Dunne. And a sit-out powerbomb follows up after it. Cover made. Riddle out at the count of 1 though. Shawn Michaels watching on. Look at them two. Look at how Michaels and Heyman almost so alike there with their arms folded, looking across the ring. And what's going on in it? Here we go. Riddle lining up those kicks. What a final kick across the head there. I'll tell you one thing, Dunne may well be a good striker, but I don't know of anyone who might be a better kicker than Matt Riddle. Look at that suplex driver again. Yes, he is. Small package suplex driver. Dunne feeling the impact of it. But he cannot take control over the Bruiserweight, that's for certain. Good counter there by Riddle, though. You can definitely see the aggression within him shining through right now. Kick in the gut. What are we going to see here? Hammerlock. Northern Light suplex. Nice cover made. But whoa. Very early kick out from Dunne. Let's see what Matt Riddle's going to do here off the rope. Senton splash. Riddle isn't interested in getting his revenge via a hard-hitting match. This is about what Shawn Michaels has taught him. This is everything that the Heartbreak Kid's been tutoring him with over these last weeks, especially, I imagine. It's his Extreme Rules, just to win. Remember, it may all be about a blood feud, it may all be about hatred, but there's no better feeling than victory. And that's something that Riddle will definitely need to get into his mind, because he is on a very sharp downward spiral over these last few weeks and months, really, since he got involved with the Dangerous Alliance. Riddle turns around. Pete Dunne, look at this. Oh! Reverse gut-wrench suplex there by Riddle, but only a count of 1 follows, and Dunne having to roll out of the ring there. He's feeling the impact of this, and this is playing perfectly into the books of Matt Riddle. The master of the bro mission, very much enjoying what he's seeing, but Pete Dunne looking to try and end things. Suplex drop, into the cover he goes, trying to put away Matt Riddle, and he almost did it. 2 count there on Riddle. The Bruiserweight can hardly believe that he didn't put away the contest right there and then. And Riddle stopping him with a heavy push away there. Riddle now, what's he going to do? Puts him up on his shoulders. In a minute. Oh! Bro to sleep, maybe. Off the ropes. Bro to sleep with a kick that follows. Heyman getting involved, though. Heyman with a sharp intervention right when it was necessary. Dunne stays alive in this one because of it. Riddle countered there with a kick in the gut. Forearm in the face. This is a disaster. Bitter end. And Pete Dunne could go to King of the Ring. There's 2. There's a kick out from Riddle. An all-important kick out of 2. Dunne can hardly believe it. Right back into another cover. And another 2 count. Not staying down. Look at this. He is desperate to put him away. Another cover. And Riddle cannot stay down. Will not stay down. Bayley kick to Dunne. And Riddle is fired up now. Kick in the gut. Flipping over. Wait a minute. Is he rolling into the bro mission? He is. He is. No way. Just seconds after almost losing this one. Bro mission locked in. Dunne trying to hang in there. Trying to stay alive. And he does. Look at those knees. Look at those knees to hang in there. Heyman getting involved again. From behind. Oh! Beautiful German suplex. Gorgeous bridge. And that's the 3rd time in this match Heyman's intervened. Come on, ref. Get a handle on Heyman, for crying out loud. The referee just letting it slide almost. Riddle hoisting up to his feet, flying forearm, and another one. Ducks under. Quick Pele. A very quick Pele indeed. Tombstone maybe. Dunne countered. Tombstone of his own. Covers Riddle. Could this end things here? There's one. And oh my goodness. A kick out at one there. But Riddle is in deep trouble. Might have been looking for the bitter end once again. Oh, good counter though by Dunne. Went for the step up in Zagiri. Riddle able to sidestep that as well. Riddle now has him in. No countering this time. Tombstone! A jumping tombstone that could have spiked Matt Riddle right to King of the Ring. He covers Dunne. No! His face tells the whole story. Wait a minute. Dead center. Middle of the ring. Has Riddle got it in him this time? A second prohibition. But Dunne fighting out of it almost instantly. Oh, what a fight. What a fight this has been. And that's all that it has been as well, a fight. Much more than a match. These two guys have just wanted to beat each other so bad since the opening bell. Big forearm in the face. Look at the strength of Riddle now. Deadlift, gut wrench. They are trying everything. They have thrown everything at one another in order to pick up the win as well. Forearm in the face by Dunne. Big back suplex. Riddle crashing and burning. Oh, this could be the downfall because here goes Dunne. Gonna look for that suplex. Drop again. And he got him with it. He got all of it. Dunne dragging Riddle away from the ropes for this to be a convincing ending. One. And oh, it's only a one count again. This could be it though. Is this the final nail in the coffin for Riddle? Better end. Get stuffed. And a great stuff at that as well. Capture suplex attempt. Dunne countered it. And a huge forearm just corked him. Oh my, there's the viciousness. There's the brutality of the bruiserweight now. Kneeing away on the shin of Matt Riddle. Brutalizing the legs now. He might be looking to make Riddle tap out here. Riddle lifted up to his feet. Counter though. Drop toe hold. Drop toe hold from Riddle. Looking to slam him again. Dunne slipping out of it again. One of these days, these guys are going to hit a move. And the other one's going to stay down for longer than a second. Big knee in the face. And that is smart by Dunne. That is genius by Dunne. Rolling out of the ring. In harm's way. He rolled out of the ring. Rolled to safety. Over just throwing him away was Matt Riddle. As if to say he needed to catch a breather. Calling to the heavens right now as well to grant him that extra push to victory. This has been an outstanding contest. There's no denying it. Michael's getting out of the way. And the fight continuing on the outside right now. But Riddle wants it to be settled in one place and one place alone. In the ring. Big spear. Huge spear from Riddle. Took him down. Took all of the oomph out of him. Bro mission. He's got him. He's got him. Is this going to be the one? Bro mission applied. Dunne taps out. Dunne submits. Riddle wins. He did it. That was a hard-fought, gutsy, digging deep down style victory. But it was a sweet one. Matt Riddle exerts the sweet relief of victory. There is your winner. Matt Riddle has done it. Heyman tried to intervene as often as he could. Dunne tried to counter everything he could, but in the end, Riddle finally gets one over on the Dangerous Alliance. And the sweet feeling of victory is Riddle's way, as is a trip to King of the Ring. He joins Kota Ibushi, and there is only one spot left for us to find out. What a contest. Absolutely outstanding. It is time to move on, though, to our next one this evening. Tag team contest, War Machine against the D.C.C. Wow, what a... I still can't get over that match. That was outstanding. That may well have topped what we saw last week from Ibushi and Corbin. Well, SmackDown Live has to continue on here though. And although the tag team division may well be sealed, it is all about getting yourself next in line around here as War Machine gear up for this one. They head towards the ring here. Hansen and Rowe getting to feel the lovely fight, shall we say, of the D.C.C. Daniels and Sabin will be the ones in this one, I have been told, as Corbin will stand on the outside. Corbin, of course, who was in that incredible match with Ibushi last week, but now I'm interested to see how things will go here between Hansen and Rowe. How will they square up against these two guys, given War Machine's record, given the fact that they have definitely deserved another shot at the belts? The only reason they didn't get them at Extreme Rules is because the option was to vote them in, and well, the team voted in was the American Show-Offs. It was that simple, and they definitely made the absolute most of it by becoming WWE Tag Team Champions. We're seeing Ziggler in action up next, but as for right now, interesting to see. Yeah, okay, I forgot about that. Well, here they come. The D.C.C. heading towards the ring. Sabin leading out his duo, Daniels and Corbin. The only reason Corbin didn't qualify for the King of the Ring last week is because he was facing Kota Ibushi. That was the honest truth. If you had put him in there against anyone else, honestly, he probably would have walked out with the victory. Probably would have somehow managed to get that win. Well, not somehow managed, probably would have comfortably got the win. But Ibushi's heart was hot. He just did not give in. Not for a second. And I think that was where he got one over on Corbin, is that he didn't give in. Corbin eventually had to. He was too worn out to continue on. He was too broken down. And Ibushi just able to hang in there one step longer. Well, Ibushi and Riddle will represent SmackDown Live. It is a stacked King of the Ring field with one more to go. Talk about that later on this week. But as for right now, tag team action. Hansen going to start things off against Christopher Daniels. One half of the... if Corbin could get the fuck out of the ring, that'd be lovely. Okay, thank you. What was I going to say? Completely distracted by Baron Corbin being there then. Christopher Daniels, one half of the NXT Tag Team Champion duo of the D.C.C. That was down in NXT. Chris Sabin, a former NXT Champion himself. Forearm in the face there by Daniels. As things start getting underway now between these two sides. Get that straight there by Daniels. Atomic drop from the... Is it 2 or 3-time tag team champion? I know he held the. I know he definitely held a set of tag team titles. I just, well, I'm near certain he did. That's one way of putting it. Good counter by Hansen there, up and over the top rope. Go Christopher Daniels. Not going to be a very nice impact. This isn't going to be lovely. Oh, rough landing for Daniels as he is clubbed into the mat there. Good counter from him though. Tag made. In comes Chris Sabin now. Sabin got success in tag team wrestling, along with singles wrestling as well. 2-time tag team champion is Sabin. Might be wrong on that one. I'd have to double check. Nevertheless, Sabin turning him over right there. Oh, going after the leg. This is a smart idea by Chris Sabin. Working on that leg right now. Talking on it of Hansen. Trying to take away the leg from the big man. Big kick though from Hansen. Pushing him back a little bit. In the turnbuckle we go. Oh, I thought we were going to see the hard hits of Rowe being unveiled into this match. Sabin trying to stop that happening. Managed to do it once but not twice. Tag made. Rowe the legal man right now. And Jesus Christ. Oh, and it's not about to get any better. Bronco buster from Hansen. Great flurry of maneuvers there from War Machine. And a big back suplex as well from Sabin. To Sabin, sorry. Daniels trying to desperately help out his leader as much as he can. Looking for the tag in there. Not happening. Sabin, though, right now doesn't need it. Just managed to turn things around there. Just starting to take controlling this match once again. Big forearm in the corner and Rowe goes down. Sabin putting up a pretty good showing right now. Big knee in the face though by Rowe. And a flying forearm as well. Or a leaping forearm maybe would be the better way of saying it. Suplex attempt, yeah, and he'll get all of it. Nicely struck there in the turnbuckle of the D.C.C. as well. Daniels, though, just resorting to having to watch on and try and cheer on Sabin. Look at the force put in that forearm there. Right his head in for that attempted headbutt, and that has given Sabin the opening he needed there, pulling the arm. And a judo throw there by Sabin into. Slam down on the arm. Heavy impact there for Rowe to endure. Looking over the arm a little bit right now, perhaps trying to take away the power advantage that he has. Dragging him across the ring as well. I think you've dragged him far enough to make the tag there, Sabin. Daniels going to be put in this one now. Let's see what will happen here. Absolutely nothing of note as Daniels gets slammed down by Rowe. And Rowe might look to tag Hansen in here. And he'll get his wish. Hansen, the legal man in this one now. Good tags from War Machine so far. Getting in a lot of offense as oh, what the hell is this? Look at that. Look at that tag team offense from War Machine. That is incredible. Daniels trying to stay alive there though. Kick in the gut. Looked for the lariat. Countered. Big Uranagi slam on him. Well, if there's anyone who's going to take all the offense in the D.C.C, it would be Christopher Daniels. That's for certain. Powerbomb. Oh, wait a minute. Tiger Bomb from Hansen. Covering Daniels here, thinking he's done enough to put him away. Good counter from Daniels. Got to give him credit. Good agility to pull that off. But he's not getting much further than that as he's stopped in his tracks again there. Thrown into the turnbuckle now. But Daniels stopping the tag. Unable to capitalize though. And sent into the turnbuckle again after being controlled in that front faceoff for a moment. Here we go. What is War Machine going to plan at this time? Maybe doing a... Oh my God, that was just brutal. That's the only word I've got for that one. That was just savage there from Rowe. He might have been looking for a big move. Daniels, though, with an all-important counter to get him out of that one. Honestly, if I was Daniels, I would tag out right now. I'm exhausted. I'm beaten. I would do my best to tag in Chris Sabin right now, and it certainly seems as if the leader of the D.C.C is aggressive as well. He wants this fight. And that is why, counter there by Rowe in the turn, out of the ropes, and a huge, heavy forearm corked him. Daniels using his speed to his advantage there to slip out of the way. In the turnbuckle we go. Good counter from Daniels. Got to give him credit. Hurt or not, Daniels is fighting. Reverse STO into a Koji clutch. Big move from Daniels. But he ain't capitalizing there. Oh, there's Corbin getting involved. Sliding a steel chair into the mix. Tag made. Sabin the legal man now. Just runs into that hip toss though. Absolutely bolted his way into it essentially. Rowe doesn't even care about making the tag out right now. He's having fun brutalizing his opponents the best he can. Big duck under there by Rowe. God, we've seen so much in the way of counters over these last two shows. Saw it on Monday Night Raw in the... what actually did we see it in? Race versus... wait, never mind. Hang on to what I was saying. Sabin might be looking for the big move. Might have been looking for the big win, but got absolutely shut down there. And there's the hip toss again. Is Rowe ready to try and end things? Is Rowe ready to try and end the D.C.C? Sabin isn't, as he's fighting back there. Goes him out of the turnbuckle, looking for the sunset flip. Looking to get him with it, trying to teeter him in, and oh, just clocked right there. Sabin reeling slightly. Oh, going to be reeling more from that one. That Superman punch from Rowe. He's calling Daniels into the ring as well. Christopher Daniels adding himself into the fray, only to be launched overhead with a belly-to-belly. Rowe is just running through the competition right now, but he cannot get what he wants. And I believe that is fallout. That is what he seeks the most right now. Got a hold of Christopher Daniels in the turnbuckle. Here we go. War Machine can look to end it right here, right now. Fallout! Connected with it. Sabin, nowhere to be seen. But oh, no victory for the D.C.C, for War Machine just yet. But this might look to end it. Samoan Driver planting his head into the mat. Look at the way Daniel's head just bounces into the mat there. Well, Daniels tried to fight, but even 2-on-1, he was not able to stop the onslaught. Sabin in, but it's too late. War Machine have won it. Hansen gets the 1-2-3, but the real talking point of this match was the performance of Rowe. Single-handedly for the majority of this match, containing and controlling the D.C.C. War Machine, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, I believe, after the Dangerous Alliance, are next in line for those tag team titles. Hell, beat the Dangerous Alliance. Make it a triple threat tag match. I dare you. Go on. It'll be good fun. Speaking of those two sides, speaking of the Dangerous Alliance as well, Bobby Fish in action up next against Dolph Ziggler. Who will be at the side of the three-time WWE Champion? We're about to find out. Alright, well, the important question to ask is, who did Fish bring to ringside with him? Who did Fish decide needed to be at ringside along with him? I see Heyman, and I see Sheamus as well, at full force. That's what the Dangerous Alliance are. Okay, Pete Dunne might not be at ringside, but that's no surprise. Dunne was, he just suffered defeat in that King of the Ring qualifier in a incredible King of the Ring qualifier against Matt Riddle as well. But as for right now, Bobby Fish has his sights set on the man who he is one half of the number one contendership for, alongside with Sheamus, of course. He said the Dangerous Alliance was like a family, and he stood by his statement, because he has got them in full accompaniment with him. Heyman and Sheamus heading towards the ring along with him. Who, or what rather, could the difference maker be? Could it be from those guys on the outside? Is Ziggler with his back up against the wall essentially in this matchup here? We are certainly about to find that one out as Fish prepares for this one. How apt that, 18 months ago now, no, a little bit shorter than that, maybe about 16 months ago at Survivor Series 2017, it was Bobby Fish versus Dolph Ziggler, one-on-one at the end of the show between the Dangerous Alliance and the Bullet Club. The Dangerous Alliance still stands tall. The Bullet Club has since died, but under the American show-offs, Ziggler has more glory to his name. He's got that tag team title around his waist, and he is heading towards the ring. Yes, he might be on his own, but that's not stopping Ziggler. Full of heart, full of fire, full of desire as well, is the show-off as he heads towards the ring. The first time in over a year since Ziggler has held a title, and he continues on his legacy with that belt as well. Ziggler having held a great many titles on Monday Night Raw, and now his first since joining Smackdown Live last year. How many world titles? Three world titles. United States title reign. 1, 2, 3 tag team title reigns at the minimum. At the maximum, it's 4. That would put him up to 8 titles at the max. He could have held the hardcore title in that time. I don't know. He might be rivaling Austin Aries at any point soon for the most amount of titles. But the reality is, when you talk about world champions, that guy in black is the one that you talk about. Bobby Fish, 3-time WWE champion, 390 days. He's WWE champion to boot in his very first reign. A reign, of course, that is a record, that has now been eclipsed and essentially walked all over by Seth Rollins, as he is now 130, 140 days clear. Of course, I have to proclaim as well, you have to tune into ECW, because that man is back. Rollins returns to ECW. You do not want to miss it. You can't afford to miss it either. It's crucial that you tune in, because otherwise you're going to be missing out on the greatest of all time coming back to the A Show. Although, you were going to tune into ECW anyway. You just needed another reason to. Kind of there by Bobby Fish. Quick kick in the leg. Let's think about Fish that you have to be dangerous of in this match is that he held onto the title for so long because of his ability to break down wrestlers, his ability to dismantle his opponents. It wasn't the treachery of Paul Heyman or the work of Sheamus. Sheamus wasn't even in the group at the time. It was the way in which it was the way in which Fish could break down an opponent. It was the essential genius of his mind that led him to his success. Still believe he is the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in this universe as well. Imagine holding those two records. Longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, longest reigning WWE Champion, second longest reigning champion of all time. Bobby Fish truly is a star within this universe. Turnbuckle we go now. Fish railing the head of Ziggler into the turnbuckle over and over again. Ziggler feeling the hard impact of all 10 of those strikes. He comes stumbling out of the turnbuckle now. Fish in control here. The man advantage may well be helping him out slightly. Ziggler, though, still able to counter back. And again, he'll look for another neck breaker. And he'll strike with it. Neck breaker definitely seeming like a key move in the arsenal of Dolph Ziggler. These two guys trading chops with one another right now. Getting all sorts of vibes to the end of Survivor Series. On that occasion, Fish beat Ziggler, was the sole survivor. Could that happen again, I wonder? A lot of neck breakers in this one so far from Ziggler, and there's a different move, the Dolph DDT, but look who's getting involved. Paul Heyman getting up on the apron, having a little bit to say, and Fish will take full advantage. Oh my God! He almost did it. He almost landed on his neck from that back suplex. Gator roll right now from Fish. Look at the way he controls it here. Slight crossface as well. Yanking the head and neck back. Fish given one hell of an opportunity to capitalize on as a result of his aficionado, essentially, in Paul Heyman, of his advocate. Ziggler, though, German suplex. Fish sticks the landing. The Dangerous Alliance. Oh, both men flinging themselves at one another there. Seems as if the dropkick may well have just struck from Ziggler because Fish was slow to respond. Famouser! Famouser! Oh, but again, Heyman getting involved again. And that prevented a potential cover from Dolph Ziggler. Flying knee as well from Fish. And he thinks he might have done enough to beat the fellow three-time world champion. Ziggler saying no way as he kicks out of the count of one. That doesn't mean to say that Fish isn't one move away from victory right here, right now. The numbers game may well have proven to be too much. And the vicious blow of the Fish hook. That boot striking in the back of your head can even down a beast. Cover from Fish. 1, 2, 3. Bobby Fish. Clean and concise victory on Smackdown Live. The numbers game, just too much. When the Dangerous Alliance are at their full power, it is impossible to stop them. Much how the Riott squad is in the women's division. If Fish has his whole group by his side, there is no reason he's not picking up the win. And Bobby Fish as well. He's not going to throw away an opportunity like that. Big win for Fish. And that definitely might be some warning lights blaring for Cody and for Ziggler. But things might not be going as easy as they wanted it to in their tag team title reign. That, though, is a topic for another day because we have a big main event on its way for you. Kevin Owens versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Alright, well, a stacked evening is meeting its big main event. And here it comes, the first man out in that whole thing. The man who will meet Kazuchika Okada this Sunday at the King of the Ring to determine the #1 contender to Brock Lesnar's WWE Championship. Shinsuke Nakamura last week said that he never wanted Okada to retire. He never wanted the Rainmaker to give in. He never wanted to see the Rainmaker go away because he wants to make his life a misery. And Nakamura says that starts next week. That starts next Sunday. That's now meaning this Sunday, of course. When he goes into King of the Ring, he beats him. And he takes away any hopes and any dreams of Kazuchika Okada challenging for the WWE Championship again. And gives him another loss on his record to the King of Strong Style. That is what Nakamura wants more than anything else. All he craves to do, all he desires, is to ruin the life of Okada. That is almost his main goal right now. But if Nakamura wins this Sunday, if he gets a shot at the WWE title, how far can he go against the Beast? We've seen Nakamura face the Beast before. We've seen him beat him before. Could he do it again on the grandest stage of them all and take home the WWE Championship? And this man, of course, had a recent run-in with the Beast at the Royal Rumble. Kevin... Oh, look at the games being played! Kevin Owens heading to the ring with Kazuchika Okada in tow. That is a very, very interesting attempt to get under the skin of Shinsuke Nakamura. Okada on Smackdown for the first time since Extreme Rules. And he is walking out with the prize fighter. Okada's turn to play some games. Okada's turn to get the mental side of this rivalry going. Just 5 or 6 days before they meet at King of the Ring, it's Okada's turn to get technical with Nakamura. The King of Strong Style with his arms folded on the outside. I'm not too sure if he appreciates this attempted game being played. But nevertheless, Nakamura has to fight a main event here. He has to square off against Owens with Okada just sitting on the outside, waiting to pounce. Nakamura walking around right now as if to say, he almost looks angered by what he's seeing here. He almost looks angered by the fact that he has to deal with Okada at ringside. And here we go in the ring now with both these guys. This is our main event of the evening. Nevertheless, Nakamura has to stay focused on Owens, has to get a much needed victory before King of the Ring. How much can he focus with Kazuchika Okada at ringside? I do wonder. What we are about to find out. There's a dragon screw from the King of Strong Style. Nakamura getting off to an aggressive start. Look at how he's doing this in the corner as well, right in front of Okada. He's responding to the games with some of his own. Big knee in the gut there of the prize fighter. Owens down and Nakamura looking at the face of Okada and taunting him, perhaps trying to get the Rainmaker to intervene as if to say, this is all you've got, this is all your big plan. Strike shift for both men. Big clothesline from Owens. Goes into the cover, trying to put away Nakamura here ahead of this Sunday. Trying to help out his friend Okada. Of course, that's what it comes down to most primarily. If Owens can beat Nakamura here, that puts Nakamura on the back foot a little bit, heading into King of the Ring. That gives Okada a little bit of a boost. And you got to wonder, is Okada still hurting from Extreme Rules? Is he still beaten up? Is he still busted up? I wonder. You can only speculate, but I would assume so. Big kick there, but went for a seated neck breaker essentially, and it didn't pan out the way he wanted it to. Kevin Owens in now, looking to turn him round. Electric chair into a power bomb, cover made, but Nakamura in the ropes. Right down on the knee there again for Nakamura. Not doing him any favors. Setting up for that Kinshasa. Good counter for the dropkick. Owens counters. These two former world champions reading each other so well right now. Saito suplex though by Nakamura to Kevin Owens. Nakamura lifting him up now, looking for the Ushigoroshi, and he'll get it all. Now he's turned his back to Okada, you see. The way he's trying to fight this match is with his back to Okada. That's either trying to not look at the man, or he's trying to show that he has absolutely no respect for him. You could read those mind games more than one way. Look at how Nakamura keeps his back away from Okada. How he refuses to look at his face. How he refuses to look at him as he finishes the deal. Kinshasa to Owens. 1, 2, and a kick out from the 4-time WWE champion at the count of 2. Nakamura sends him into the turnbuckle. Owens fighting his way out of it a little bit. This one's still going on. Kevin Owens. Owens breaker. And he thinks he's done enough to beat Nakamura. Oh, he was close. Nakamura was in deep trouble right there and then. But he could be about to be in even more. Kevin Owens, no. Looked for the pop-up powerbomb, but it got denied. Nakamura now in the driver's seat here. Oh, Nakamura with a low blow to Kevin Owens. Low blow to Owens, and the onslaught's continuing now. Okada looking on with disgust, with outrage, as the Kinshasa strikes. Owens rolling out of the ring. Okada up on the apron in fury, and Nakamura wants a fight, telling him to get into the ring. They can't wait until King of the Ring, and neither can Okada. The fight is on. Here we go. Just before King of the Ring. They're going to do battle once again. Here we go once more. Two bitter rivals locking horns. Fighting with one another, hitting whatever they can. This has all been building up since the last time they shared the ring with one another. Since Nakamura was eliminated by Okada at the Royal Rumble. Knee in the gut there by Nakamura. I think, well, it's no surprise he got himself DQ'd on purpose for this one. Good forearm in the face from Okada, taking a trip up to the top rope now. Is the Rainmaker gonna fly here? Cross body down on Nakamura. Nakamura wanted this. Okada was more than happy to let it happen as well. And now the fight goes to the outside. The referee knows it's a waste of time trying to split these two men up. There is just too much between these two. Just too much hate and anguish to split them up this easy. Kick in the gut by Okada. Slapping Nakamura in the face and sending him into the apron as well. Fighting with whatever they can outside of the ring, but this Sunday at King of the Ring, it's going to be all about what they can do inside of it, because it's going to be all about going to WrestleMania, ending this once and for all, one taking a chance away from the other. They're fighting almost with no idea that Sunday is just around the corner. They are just fighting so they can. They are fighting to tear the heads off one another. Nakamura stumbles into the crowd again. And look at this. Nakamura walking away. Nakamura running from Okada. There is nowhere to run this Sunday at King of the Ring.